Right now you like pow, but when I'm done you're gonna be like pillar pow.
Hi guys, welcome back to Borderlands 2. Today we are looking at the B Shield, probably the most talked about legendary in Borderlands 2 history. The first time you're going to get access to this is from a mission called This Just In. Now you can access this mission just after you've been to Sawtooth Cauldron, head into the Arid Nexus Boneyard, and you want to turn in your story mission first, then go back to Sanctuary. When you get back to Sanctuary, Mordecai will have a mission called This Just In, and all we wanted to be doing is killing Hunter Hellquist, who is situated just inside the Arid Nexus Boneyard. So we're going to look now where exactly you do it. One of those shields, it's got a lot of history, this shield. A lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people love it. So it's up to you whether you use it or not. The first thing you do when you spawn in the Arid Nexus, I want to check this bin here first. You do quite often get loot midgets coming out of it. Might not be that apparent to a lot of people, but I've had quite a few out of there. Guaranteed legendaries every time, of course. But right, so just get yourself a car or run across. Now you can actually shoot this little building here on the left with an E-Tech rocket launcher. If you don't have an E-Tech rocket launcher, which will make him come out to you. I don't actually have one, so I couldn't put it in the video. But you'll see something like a Topney or a PBFG or even a Northfleet just shoot this little building. He'll come out the door. If he doesn't, just run in, run to the top and shoot him. Get whatever loot he drops, get out, restart, refresh. And keep checking that little bin. And the other thing you can do, which only takes 2 seconds, is to drive around the top to avoid the skags. Go to this little camp area. And if you check all the bins in this little camp area, quite often out of these bins, particularly those lockers there, you'll get loot midgets from there as well. Guaranteed legendary every time. You can see here, it didn't take me too long. Sometimes you've got to do it a while, but it's all he's going to drop. There's nothing else that he's going to drop, so it's not a bad find, that one. 5.74 delay. That's not too bad for a B shield. Now the B shield is just basically an amp shield that has a 0 amp drain. So every shot you fire will have the added amp damage. Now you can turn off his radio first to do a challenge. We'll look more at the actual B a little bit later. Now the second chance of getting it, or the second way of getting it, apart from other drops in the game, is the Tiny Tina DLC. What you want to do is go to the unassuming docks of potentially little importance and be greeted by your lovely host, Tiny Tina. So all you want to do is fight your way through, and I have to say on the PS4 this did look absolutely fantastic. Miles different to the PS3 version. Really, really nice. I mean, the colour just stands out now. It's in HD. It looks superb. So you just want to fight your way through, go up towards the door, Flame Rock Refuge. Now when you get into Flame Rock Refuge, there's a couple of little things to do down by the front area. Once you've done those, come up to the gatekeeper. And the gatekeeper will go through a little transformation to Mr. Torg, and he will give you a small couple of missions to do. And once you've done those missions, one of them's just to shoot these things, some of the air balloons out the sky. Once you've set these two on fire, you'll get another little mission where you've got to run down into the centre of town and go and meet our lovely host again, Miss Moxie. Try not to stand there too long looking at her. Hello, Moxie.
Hey, adventurer. It's closing time, but these idiots can't take
Baby. Back to the gatekeeper. Once you've done this, you will then get access to the forest. And the forest is where we're going to be farming for the B shield. Now in UVHM, this is one of the best things to do. Start this, get to the forest, and then once you've entered the forest, you can just keep on farming the treants for B shields all the way through. So if you want one every 3 or 4 levels, Then you can just come back, farm them, get another bee shield, and carry on. Again, I mean, this looked absolutely fantastic on the PS4 when you're entering the forest. So you want to be using fire damage, slag and fire. The treants are susceptible to fire damage. So you've got a couple of vendors there, so you can keep on restocking and selling things if you need to. So the big treants, these are the things that we want to be killing. Now the first one here does not drop a bee shield. The first one doesn't. The ones that we want to farm are the second, third and fourth. Now the reason behind that is once you get just over the bridge from the first one, you've got this little set of trees here. And watch out for little stumpies creeping around your back. Now there's 2 trees appear here. So you want to kill both of these. If you run co-op, there'll probably be 3. I notice when I've played split screen, there's always been 3. So you just want to kill these 2 trees here. Watch out for the spores they fire at you, because they turn into corrosive bombs. So shoot them, shoot any little stumpies. These stumpies are great for doing criticals, by the way. So if you're doing like shotgun criticals, sniper criticals, anything, really good. They usually drop quite a bit of iridium as well, so it's definitely worth farming the treants. So once you've killed those 2, come down the path, and just in the middle you'll see the little gap through that fence. You can catch the pixies. Now what the pixies do, they actually give you speed. They'll regenerate your ammo as well, or I think they heal you, I can't remember, but the yellow one here is for extra speed, and the green one is when it ammos you up. Now when you first come into this little area, you've got these ultra mega bagasses, but it's just part of the story. They'll be changed to a normal one. So once you change to the normal one, you can kill that. You do actually get quite a lot of XP from farming these. So again, just have a quick check to see what it's dropped and then carry on. Go down through the path. Now before you actually get into that area, if you look up in this tree, there's just a little Easter egg thing here. You shoot that out. And it's quite funny listening to what Mr. Talk says.
Oh man, that princess is tiny. Tiny things are the freaking cutest. Bring her back here.
Now when you go back into Old Glynn, the blacksmith's cottage, the second time, you'll notice that they're still badass treants. Now what you want to do is carry on down, following the crumtails all the way to the bottom on the first run. Go and meet up with Davlin and carry on this part, because otherwise those treants at the middle will always keep on coming as super badasses. Now once it's gone to this collect the blood fruits, that's the next step of the mission. You could just carry on farming trees 1, 2, 3 and 4. To come down to the bottom to go through the orc camp up to the blood pool, it just takes quite a lot of time. So if you're actually just farming for the shield, it's a lot quicker to do the first 3 or 4. There's no point coming all the way up here, purely because you've got to deal with all the orcs and you've got this big douchebag down the bottom. Warlord Grug. In normal mode, he's got a different name in the other modes, I think. He does take a bit of a battering, you know, so it really isn't worth doing the latter part. Just do the front part. So once you've restarted, you can see now it's gone back to a level 33 without having to deal with the high level bits. And you can see here, this one drops the bee. Oddly enough, this one in the middle has dropped the bee a lot more for me than 2 and 3. So maybe that's just a figure of luck, but this one has dropped a lot more for me than the others. So I usually stop here. Let's say if he hasn't dropped it, then I'll just quit, reset. You can see this one's got a recharge delay of 7.56. So we'll have a quick look at those. Now the one I got from Hunter Hellquist here, you can see 5.74 recharge delay. The amp plus amp, that's a shot. Every shot you fire will have plus 2498 damage to it. No zero drain, but the only problem with these is they take a long time to, or the delay is quite short, which is great for the Commando and the particularly Siren. You can see this one's got a 7.56. That's quite lengthy, not great, but the amp damage is quite considerable. More so if you're getting critical shots. If you start getting critical shots with a B shield, as you'll see in a few minutes, it can be horrendously different. So I'll go back to Sanctuary and have a quick look on the dummy, and we'll just show you what we mean. So I would change to a normal shield. We'll just use this so when I shoot him in the head, you can see it's doing 18,000. Now we'll put the level 27 shield on from Hunter Hellquist. I go. So that's going to go from 18,000 to 34. So that's quite a big difference. Now we'll put the high level one on. So from 34, we're now going to go up to 63. So you can see the massive difference in damage that you get from having the B shield slightly updated as you play through. Now we'll put a Lady Fist on. Lady Fist is when you get from the Baja mission in the Arid Nexus. This is a very overlooked pistol. You can see the damage it does, 411, 7,500. Well, you're thinking that's just poor, really rubbish. The difference with the Lady Fist is because it's got such a massive high critical damage, when you put a B shield on, now look at the difference. 135,000. That's more than double what the sniper rifle was. That's because it's got 800% critical damage, so the boost from the B shield just turns this to a beast. And when you're doing Dakino's mom, the giant skag, you can kill Dakino's mom before you've even emptied the pistol. About 5 or 6 shots. So it's definitely worth picking up a B shield from Hunter Hellquist. Keep that Lady Fist because it really is good for taking down some of the enemies later in the game. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again soon, guys. Cheers. Goodbye.